And hello one and all. Welcome back to some more Hades 2 as we are in the official major update waiting room, I suppose. We're going to try something that I don't think I've ever really gone for before, which is, nope, let's look at it here. Aspect of Than, we are going to get Blitz on the attack. And I just about a few minutes ago realized I can use this menu to talk about all of our run setup stuff, right? There's the aspect, there's the pet, there's the keepsake. Here are the arcana. How wildly convenient is that, huh? And we are looking at even the fear here as well. Max Vow of Frenzy, Max Menace, Max Fangs. In my opinion, these are the most mechanically interesting fear settings here. Hopefully get some more in the next major update. Extreme Measures, 1 or 2 perhaps. And here's a Vow of Time to get us up to 20 for the Testament. So let us roll into the surface and see how this goes. We're going to focus on the Omega attack, I think.
Very proud, I'm sure. All of us are.
And whether we go for, like, say, Romantic Spark or perhaps King's Ransom will depend on the hammer we get. And I'll explain that in a moment here. So in the cast, it looks like our O attack is 77 damage. So it requires 2 additional. Get out of here. Okay, Palm's good. You don't get many palms in Ephyra, or Ephyra, right? Yes, Ephyra. I don't know why I was doubting myself there. They should just call it the city, right? Isn't that easier? Just like San Francisco locals call it the city, right? We just roll with that. That's fine.
Strength of the gods.
That makes Thessaly the bay. Oh, I saw Aphrodite. That's good. Okay, we'll try the hammer first, I think. So we'll probably go hammer. We'll see what we get here. The problem with Romantic Spark ordinarily, I think, on this weapon would be that, as you can see, as soon as you dash, the O attack stops, right? But if we get a specific hammer, which is known as Psychic Whirlwind, which lets us attack and special while that's going, it also lets us dash and sprint around. So that will allow us to really potentially maximize Romantic Spark that way. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Traitors.
And we get it. Awesome. Okay. If we hadn't and we had gotten Dashing Heave, we could have probably then gone for like King's Ransom then to try and beef up, like, say, Static Shock, etc. See how that would have worked with the Blitz. But I think this is going to go very nicely. All right. So now I got to think here. I think we take both those Afros, the Max Magic for sure. Maybe the Zeus and then the Hef. The Zeus and then the Hef. Just for safety. I don't want to try it for Master Conductor or anything, I don't think. Because what's kind of weird is if we get Romantic Spark online, buddy, you're invisible forever.
Still in their shades.
Dude's trying to be the Predator over there. Oh, there's another one. Okay. That bird probably felt pretty lucky till that very moment. Ooh. I think a Common Rapturing, I think it's fine. It does damage, which could set off Blitz before or normally and mess with Romantic Spark. But I think since it's common, it's not going to do enough damage for that to be a growing concern, I don't think. Look at that. Not doing a speed run, so I can take these these other rooms here. Feels kind of nice. Yeah. Go to this Afro room here. I'm trying to bait out Heracles before I go for the magic. So we can maybe get Artemis here. The question is, do I think Glamour gains enough magic regen? You know, it probably is, right? And I might as well fill in that slot, I suppose.
Where else can we go?
So do the Zeus and then the Hef and then the magic, probably. Still no Heracles, huh? This feels pretty good already. Blitz, I think... Blitz is obviously very, very strong, I think. It's kind of like better Doom from Hades 1. Arc Flash. Arc Flash does not work the way you would want it to on like the torches, because like the animation of Blitz is long enough that you can't do it constantly. It might work on the O attack for the axe, but I would rather go for Romantic Spark because that Blitz damage bonus. This might be additive, whereas Romantic Spark is multiplicative,
Infinite
so it's
possibility.
way stronger. Roll again. Didn't get it. Huh. Double Strike's nice though. We can be a little greedy here. A little greedy, a little patient. Look at that. Level up on the attack. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. There's Heracles, finally.
Suggest remaining far afield of me at all times, witch.
Okay, pal. He's so dramatic. I haven't really been using the attack during the O attack there, if what I just said makes sense, but kind of prepping for Romantic Spark, I think, because when we get Romantic Spark, we won't want to be attacking during it, because that's just going to proc Blitz normally. This is fun. What a fun thing, huh?
You're looking for another tune-up, no problem at all.
Hopefully you get it. Mint condition, excellent.
The Smith God's power.
Right. Well, last room. Maybe it makes more sense to go for the health then. I feel like the max magic we have is enough. Which it probably is. Didn't get Artemis. That's okay. It is a bummer, isn't it, that Artemis can only appear in the city so far? On the surface, anyway. Like, that would be a nice change for the next update, I think, because I miss seeing her on the surface. And it's tough to pull off even if you have the pity mechanic at max. No. I don't think so. Hestia.
Heard you were in town. No one gets in this town, no one gets out. Those are the...
If you don't know what I mean by the pity mechanic, what that refers to is if you have not seen a... Holy shit, this is already pretty good. If you haven't seen certain NPCs in a certain number of runs, in the case of Artemis it's 3, they have increased odds of appearing. So if you're looking to get Artemis on the surface, you want to have that so-called pity mechanic online, basically. Because you only get very, very few opportunities to actually see her. That'd be a nice change in the update, though. Maybe we should talk about that. As I put on... Probably the Hera keepsake. Maybe we can also do King's Ransom here. Wouldn't that be interesting? Yeah, we can talk about like what we want to see in the update. Personally, I do want to see some fig leaf changes, I think. I want to keep the effect of having free rooms like that, but maybe tie it to like if summons come back, tie it to that, or if they do say inverse arcana, you could have that instead of lovers, maybe.
Change of course.
Right? Would that be something that would make sense? Would that be too powerful? Like it would free like 3 free rooms at random be more powerful than lovers. I'm not so sure, right? As I just take hits for no reason. Oh God, I forgot that.
Dominion over this world, if not through violence.
How about we change that? How about we have Artificer prioritize gods you have the keepsake on for? How about that? Single limb? Yeah.
Death to our foes.
I feel like single limb is a confusing description, to say the least. Like what counts as a single enemy? Is any of those, or is it because there's a couple of guys up at the top of the screen it doesn't count as a single enemy? Who knows? Yeah, this feels good. Like, kind of surprised. I almost wonder if not going for Romantic Spark is more correct and just like loading up on Zeus boons for this would have made more sense. Nexus Rush. Yeah, let's get a Hermes, huh? Oh, it's Icarus, huh?
He's back.
Oh, those guys, huh? No, I said I think Menace is mechanically interesting, and it is. But having some of these Olympus enemies on the boats is pretty brutal, I gotta say.
How goes it? In a case, then I got just the thing.
Tall Order, huh? It's not great. We already are at 4 air, so we could get there. So is it worth it at this point? Yeah, why not? Why not?
Pleasure, Millie. I'm back on my feet, but still feel like I'm flying.
Explosive Intent does mess with am I really gonna get Romantic Spark at this point? Who knows, but yeah, maybe I just hedge my bets here and go with this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm convinced.
How did I know?
There.
I'm safe.
So we'll probably just try and load up on Zeus. It's all right, you know. Knowing when to pivot is always a key part of the game, right? As much fun as it is to go for a very, very specific build, right?
You dare.
So now we really want probably like we'd be looking at like Static Shock
Next
first,
round.
right? Hopefully we can artifice this into something interesting, right? Ow, ow, ow. How dare.
Out with you all.
I forgot to Artificer. Oh well. I'm not used to taking Artificer on the surface because when you're speedrunning, God, will he shut up about speedrunning? But I enjoy it. When you speedrun, you really do need lovers. Like,
Only what? Now then, your palms.
it's kind of non-negotiable because you take Antler and you go and fighting Typhon with only 30 health is scary as hell, as is Typhon's tail. We'll take Chance of the Bewitched, get that innate crit chance up to 8%,
Go now with grace.
right? Okay,
Go, Rocky.
and a trial here. That's actually
Well done.
pretty good because that way we can't get Romantic Spark and we can get some more Zeus here. So let's just get air. Those aren't air. Does she have anything? Is it worth trying to get Shameless Attitude? I think so. One little roll. Come on.
Let's do it.
There it is. Wispy Wiles also, but I think we want to build up to that 8 air.
If you undermine my authority, you shall suffer the consequences. Simple.
I mean no disrespect.
Oops. Would love to get channel speed here. This is cooking. Dare I say it is cooking? I better be careful though. We haven't made it to Prometheus. Prometheus, definitely the hardest boss in the game, I think. Now that I've gotten quite a few goes at Typhon, I do consider Prometheus more challenging, which is an interesting thing.
Consider yourself reprimanded, Milinoe. Let us get back to the matter at hand.
Okay. Yeah, even though it's common, I think that's fine.
No getting used
So
to
now we're
that.
begging for King's Ransom. We should be popping off the Blitz very routinely. Oh no, not a time bubble. I don't want to get hit. Where are you? Ow. God. Mount Olympus, huh? Mount Olympus and its enemies, huh?
For me.
Okay, this should be the final shot. Ares, no. Ares doesn't give any air, does he? I think it's all this rock, which... If we were in a position to go for a lot of rock and watch like Fast 5 with the rock, we could have gone for this rallying cry, which I think is like a very, very powerful infusion, whereas most infusions are not that powerful.
May I?
Just gonna take that. More invulnerability, more good.
How many times am I gonna have to shoot you down here, babe?
I don't know, enough times that I can say invulnerability without tripping over my words, maybe. Oh, stay out of that.
Here comes my favorite part.
What? It canceled? No! How did it cancel? Game. How could you? Like, pro tip here, go into this bottom right corner here, and she is very likely to appear kind of around there, unless... There she is. There we go.
Return to shadow now?
Thought she was going to make me eat my words there.
She started it.
Yeah, okay.
In we go.
We took some hits there.
Now then.
Okay, so let's go... Let's go the hammer. Do we get anything interesting? Please, no hell splitter.
Very well.
Siege Shredder. Bad. But it does make it so it's not in the pool of options for our second hammer, so kind of good. Hello? Okay. More hammer! Oh yeah, the summit enemies here. Okay, so I might want to consider, if I can, palming.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Weak afflicted enemies take more damage, or secret crush. It's gotta be this.
Beautiful.
Furious whirlwind, there we go. Now we're cooking. That's what I call cooking with gas. There we go. Yeah, I might consider palming glamour gain if it gives me the option, because suddenly the magic restoration is not cutting it as the enemies get tougher. Okay. Do I get the opportunity? No. We'll go double strength because it's funny.
My mother's strength.
More max magic. Sure. And more max magic. Why not? It's also nice to not have to worry about taking those launch pads because, little known fact, if you take a launch pad, it is guaranteed to be one of these outdoor rooms here. And so you might get the eagle like this. It was a pain and a big time waste, right? I'm a little less worried about that right now. What do you think about glamour gain, I wonder? Like, I think it's a pretty popular... Okay, more Hera is good. I think it's a pretty popular gain, a magic regen to use because it gets you Origination Online very, very easily, right? Should do it. There we go. Whereas, which is interesting, it's a good ability to get that week for free, but the magic regen is pretty middling. Huh. I'll just take rousing reception, I guess. Ooh, more Hera. We just gotta find Zeus again now. And I do think the central issue with glamour gain is that if it's sufficient for your magic regen, right, then you're probably using a weapon that you want to have Huntress active for, right? And that magic regen, that passive magic regen, that messes with Huntress, right? Because it's only in effect if you have less than 100% magic, right? That's kind of a weird thing. I kind of like it. I like the idea of there being pros and cons to this versus something like a boring game, which is just as much magic as you could want for basically free, right? The issue is more the magic regens that I think don't have a passive benefit to them beyond that. Like, say, I think cardio gain, it's tough to get a grip on that one, right? Because it messes with Huntress, and it doesn't give you magic regen when you use your Omega moves. So you run out very quickly.
Your choice?
The dash will do just fine. Is this final? I think so. No, it's mid. It's mid. Okay. Time to... I think it's time. Okay. It's time. I should have bought this first because we're going to get rid of those Hera boons, hopefully. Oh well.
In the name of Hades.
Antic Spark. No, that's not the one.
Let's see how this goes.
There it is. Okay. Give up all your boons of Hera for each. Raise the max level. Bonus level for Hera boon +4. So we should see that, and that go up. So we have 235 here, 15%, and 10. Let's see how that hits.
Electric.
Total order's inactive. I didn't think about that. But we're at 415, 38, and 40%. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. How's the Artificer looking? Still 2 chances. I forgot. Oops. Are you seeing 954? Oh, yeah. Such a great duo boon. I think, possibly my favorite duo boon. That or Heinous Affront are these King's Ransom, Queen's Ransom boons. They're just very fun.
Cheers, Hermes. Hear me on my authority.
Racing Thoughts faster? At this point, we don't need it, right? We could get success rate, which would be awesome. No. Worth another roll for it.
Fates won't mind.
Failures brought me right back here. Okay. Fair enough. Final shop. Sure. There again. Well, oh, you know what we could get? Let's buy that first. Rapture ring. Oh, that's fine. Let's get extended family, huh? I said... Fine. Fine. Bridal glow. There's too much for that to hit that. So let's go rousing reception, try to get tall order back online. I think that makes the most sense. And I will buy that.
Prometheus.
Do the ghosts, do they give wind element? I should have maybe tried that. Oh well. Is that two? Oh my goodness. Top, middle, top. Oh, brother. King's Ransom. Top, middle, middle, top, middle. There's usually a pretty good rhythm to these here, I find. Or maybe it's just the fact that there's only 3 options. Will extreme measures have like 6 possible paths? I think that's a pretty popular theory there.
Thanatos and I have done what needed to be done. Now you go do the same. I should have.
That might be too demanding, though. Like, a lot of people don't like that memory game he does already, so having that be more challenging, who knows? I'm for it, though. Okay. So we're good. We're good DPS-wise, obviously. So what do I think is worthwhile taking here? How many encounters are there? There's like 6 on the surface? Is that damage worth taking over like droplet just to charge faster? Or do we want to go... I don't even have this ranked up at all, so never mind. Oh, okay. We'll go... Yeah, we'll go that. I think that's fine.
This then.
Anything here? I'll buy the health. Sure. So take a look at Godzilla over here.
You can't hide from me out there, monster.
So terrifying. I love it. The atmosphere here in the summit's so good. You know what? I would like to actually see this first encounter here, which for whatever reason is by far the longest of the standard encounters. I would like to see this become another mini-boss. I know there's already 2 required ones here, but no? 3's company, right? Oh my goodness. Being kind of pains in the ass.
Foes eliminated.
See how much shorter that is relative to those? Ooh, triple palm. Do I have rerolls? No. Hef gives armor. Is it too late for Master Conductor? I could try. You know, if I really had balls, I would have taken the antler here, right? But that's all right. Still the weekday. It's too much for that kind of pressure. Yeah, I mean, we'll try for Master Conductor. I don't even know if it works that well on Typhon, right? Because his hitbox is a little strange. Like, it might not bounce appropriately, but we'll see.
Monsters.
Nice. Selene. I forget that they kind of force that upon you. There we go. I'm very satisfied with how this has gone. It was not my plan, but it's gone very well.
My steeds were more than happy for this moment's rest. Behold,
We'll go... I'll go phase shift. I think phase shift is probably like top 3 curse, right? Is that a legal thing for me to say? I hope so. What you got for me, Hermes?
Typhon in the eye for me, all right?
Okay, we can get... Go Hef first.
In the name of Hades.
Ah, I didn't get it. So that's a waste. Too bad. Okay. Yeah.
Greater strength.
Okay, I'll get the Hermes here. Success rate. That's quite unpleasant. This gets us Tall Order back online, and it's up to 8.5% dodge chance. What is the Lion Fang at? 20%? Okay. I mean, we have 45% extra damage we can have, so that's something. %45 versus Prometheus, I should clarify. Jeez, that was a quick one. We are not indestructible, though, so I do want to be a little careful. There we go.
I have something for you as well, Typhon.
Reinforcements. This is it.
Let's say 4648. Huge. Like, Rousing Reception's doing its best against these eggs, though. I don't get it there. I can't fully tell if he's even in the cast sometimes. Phase shift. Go! Could have done that sooner, right at the end of the fight. Okay, that was a Blitz, 177k, Omega Attack 95, Chain Lightning up there, right? Explosive Intent up there too. So that's kind of what did it. Let's dismiss that garbage and that garbage. Get the Lion Fang out of there. Good grief. So we want to get Static Shock, Double Strike, King's Ransom, and the Explosive Intent. Where are you? There you are. And, of course, oh, can I fill it in? Psychic Whirlwind? Yeah. I mean, that and this. I mean, that's the build. This is pretty breezy for 20 Fear and doing the surface, right? Like, Took some damage on Typhon there, but not really close to death, that's for sure. But yeah, King's Ransom, it's such a good duo boon. You know, getting all these palms, Zeus boons, they palm so well. And your damage just skyrockets, right? Yeah. I think this came out better than I think a Romantic Spark build would have as well. Yeah, probably 100%. Which makes sense. I think King's Ransom, very, very excellent. So, yeah.
See that Typhon?
It's too bad we didn't get, like, success rate to really goose a double strike, but you can't have it all, I suppose.
Beyond lies the palace of Zeus, stronghold of the gods in all its awesome glory. But it is undergoing renovations at this time, so imagining those luxurious yet stately halls shall have to do for now.
Hey! Return to Shadow now.
Imagine the halls are just going to be like an area like the surface was in Hades 1, right? Where it's just really quick and you probably only get it before beating the game that you can visit, but we'll see. Right.
Another eventful night.
Let us pet Phrenos
A
here.
satisfactory result that time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was sweet. All right. That is going to do it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a shot. You know, try Blitz and King's Ransom on any weapon you want, and it's gonna destroy. So, yeah. Take care. Like, subscribe. Like, subscribe, and comment. Do all those things, and have a good day. Take care. Bye.